Our chimpanzee Shaniqua is sponsored by TommyKay Live. So I take the long thing and I look into my poop if I see a tooth. And I take it out and it's full of poop. Would you invite me to your wedding? Well, boys, as stated, we're now switching to a little podcasty thing. I want to talk to my good friend Dave.
Hi.
Well, Davey, how you doing, man? How you feeling? What's up, man?
I'm doing really, really good. I know you've got like your own little boomer thing going on, but I know this is more of just of like me and you back and forth, right? Is that okay?
Yeah, this can just be our little thing, Dave. I feel like you're my Brenton Shroud to my Joe Rogan.
The WoW addiction. Let's just get it out the way. Everyone wants to know about it. I want to know about it. I've been on Discord late at night, last 2 nights in a row, and I've seen your name in my DMs. And do you want to know what it says underneath your name, Tommy? Do you know what it says? Playing World of Warcraft. That's right.
Well, Dave, here's news. I just uninstalled World of Warcraft today.
Give me the build up to it. What was going off in your mind at the time?
That's a good question. That slowly came up with me. I have a new talent that I didn't have for many years. It came with the stream and it started with Magic the Gathering. It's that I now finally have the brain power, or whatever it is, to understand when games are bad for me. Back in the day when I was young, I was playing Dota 2 all day, even though it was bad for me. I didn't go to university, it was just toxic, I didn't get anywhere. Now I finally kind of get it. I just realized, like back in the day with Magic Chat, that I was like, dude, this is not good for you. This is bad for the stream, this is bad for my health, I don't work out in the morning, I don't do my business shit, the stream dies, even me and Lisa have a bunch of issues because of World of Warcraft, and I was like, it's not worth it. Still, I like the game, it's just not fitting to me anymore. Do you know much about the CK2 Game of Thrones mod?
I know you praise it, I know you adore it, I know you loved it, I know you played it and it crashed a lot and then you never went back to it.
Okay.
That's all I know, that's the law.
I pray that you watch my stream soon when I play that game, because then you will truly understand why I don't like CK3 too much and what is possible. Yeah. Yo, that happens so often in Paradox games. You have modders, people making mods, and you play these mods in HOI4, EU4, CK2, CK3, and these mods are just so much more detailed. There's so much more going on, and it makes you wonder, why couldn't we do this in vanilla? Did you ever feel the hollowness that I always talk about? That nothing going on-ness? Did you feel that?
I agree, CK3 has a massive hole of content in comparison to CK2. I don't deny that. I think I'd come into it less for the roleplay and less of feeling engaged with the characters. And I'd go in more with, I want to grind the game and min-max it as much as possible. I think we both have different mentalities.
And I always felt like if that's what you want from a game, then you're just an EU4 player, right? That's EU4.
True. Yeah, true. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Dave, did you play or test Empire of Sin, the latest Paradox game?
I did play it a little bit. A little bit.
I want your opinion on it.
It was very good. I did enjoy it.
You know, I like to shit on Paradox, but I think it's just fact. Lately, everything just seems so empty. Everything seems empty lately. Maybe it's a bias because the old games had years of DLCs and add-ons, but I think you can't apply that standard anymore. It's 2021, man.
No, I agree. The game had issues. It didn't engage me. I think that's the #1 thing, is that you can have all these fancy visuals and optimization and cool events and whatnot and graphics, but the truth is, if the game does not drag you in and engage you, then I mean, what's the point?
You know what I missed last year and probably this year was a Paradox Con, man. Seeing everyone, I already missed that. Do you miss it? You miss it too? Would you have gone last year if you could? Yeah, you would.
I'm so torn, you know, because I enjoy the conventions and everything. You're a really good people person. You feel like you're one of those guys that can basically go up to anyone, have a conversation with anyone, and you're totally relaxed and totally cool, and I just totally calm. I'm not that kind of person, you know. I don't really feel like I'm a people person as such. So when people approach me, even if they recognize me for the right reason, because it's like, oh, it's FeedBackGaming, but I still don't feel this, like, I feel really uncomfortable, you know.
I get it, yeah.
When I'm there and I'm having fun, I'm enjoying it. But when the feeling of approaching it and coming up to it, I'm like, oh, do I really want to put myself through this? Do I feel it? No. How's the hair on top?
The front is okay, but yeah, this bald spot is growing. I think in the next years I'm getting a hair transplant. I think I want to do that.
Really? Are you going to go for some topical method instead of like going for the surgery straight away?
I researched hair transplants a lot, and they seem just really, really good, man. They seem to really be a good thing.
Keep up the great content.
I've always been curious about like there was a sponsor that Marconi might be able to just for that. Let me let you know about this, but there was a company that approached me as an advert, and it was like a hair replacement. It was a hair cream, whatever.
Yeah, we had that too, I think. Yeah.
Oh, did you? I never actually went ahead with it because I felt like that didn't really match my content. Like, how do I just randomly in a CK2?
I was very offended. They're sending me like a balding cream sponsorship, man. What the fuck? What you mean?
Yes, it's Keeps. Yes. Does it actually work? I'm really curious. I was fascinated by it. I felt a bit rude asking them, does it actually work, guys? Are you having people on here? Is this just some cream?
Yeah, up front everything is still okay, man. You know, your I don't know how to call this in English. The side stuff here, you have very strong hair there, and they take it out. Depends how many, 1,000, 2,000, and each one is more money. And then they just put it back in, and then it takes like 6 months to 1 year, so the hair understands, and then you look a bit better.
Have you looked into the cost? Depends
on how much hair they will do. It's 5,000 to 10,000. I think I will be like 7,000. You have to shave your head once though. I'm gonna be skinhead for a sec, but I do that later. Like that's gonna some years, man. I still feel okay.
Doesn't surgery scare you?
Funny that you ask, because 2 days ago I swallowed my crown, like here, the tooth.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit hypochondriac, like I'm a really health guy. And this morning I'm brushing my teeth and I have like this little pain, like in a weird area. And I'm Googling where is the appendix, and right where the appendix is, I had some pain there. And then I was like, oh my god, I want to get surgery. Fuck that. It's not that I'm scared about surgery, it's just the stress. I'm always a guy, I just don't want stress. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to get fucking lose consciousness. I don't want to sit in a room for 2 hours. That's always my issue. You can do it. You can cut me open, I don't care. It's just the stress of it.
Yeah, no, you're right. Actually, you think it's just like the doctor's appointment, the surgery day, but then you've got the recovery days afterwards as well, and you're never really yourself in the recovery day. Sometimes it could take a week, 2 weeks to get back to normal, so it is a pain.
Yeah, I'm not really checking my poop. I'm too vain. Is that the word? I don't want to check my poop. If the tooth is gone, it's gone. I don't care. I'm not gonna touch my poop.
Fishing out
like
your
man, yesterday,
crown
right? I was pooping. It was like little goat poop, little balls. And Lisa says you have to check your poop, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to. So I take the toilet brush. You know the toilet brush?
Yeah.
And the toilet brush has the brush and then the long thing. So I take the long thing and I look into my poop if I see a tooth. And I take it out and it's full of poop. And then I'm standing there cleaning this fucking flush with my own poop. And I hate that. I'm very arrogant and vain there. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna clean poop. Fuck the tooth, dude. And if I die, I fucking die. So be it. Fuck that. I'm not fucking with poop, dude. When I have a kid one day and he poops all the time, oh, fuck that shit.
Oh, damn. I can just have a mental image of you fishing through your poo in the sink.
Like, it looked so hard, right? The balls, they looked like stable, but once I touched them, they just became liquid and it was everywhere. Super annoying. I was reading this magazine, like an academic magazine, and I know I can talk about it. There was this article that was really interesting, that slowly the world is becoming more open-minded and anti-authoritarian, meaning the more old people die right now and the more young people come in, the more authoritarians and conservatives are going away. Because young people are open-minded, they're growing up globalized, you know, they talk, like, look at us, man, we're international people talking to each other. And the more and more you see that uprising against Putin, Lukashenko, all that stuff, I think that's really interesting how in the future that's gonna go. The young people taking over, you know? I mean, they're young, they have time on their side. It's gonna be very interesting.
It's hard not to, is it really? Because, I mean, right now, I'm speaking to a German guy in Germany, and you're speaking to a British guy in the UK, you know? It's hard to, like, see ourselves as alien and different and be xenophobic when you're having that direct communication right now online.
It's a beautiful thing. Like, our grandparents, they didn't know each other. When my grandpa went to war with an English guy, he didn't know the guy, right? But nowadays, imagine, like, this is gonna sound weird, but imagine right now the government says we're going to war, Germany versus Britain. I'd be like, dude, I have British viewers, I know Dave, I couldn't fucking shoot at these people. 100 years, that was very different, man. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Like it's much harder now for a government to make an enemy picture for the young people because we're so connected, and I think that's great. That's beautiful. I will never shoot you, Dave.
Damn, so much positivity.
I think that's
so
nice, man. I mean, in the end, war is some politicians sending young men to die, you know? Do you see yourself as dad?
No, no.
Oh, that's so sad.
We talked about this on the first one, didn't we?
You don't have to open it. Do you see yourself married? No, no, no.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Hey, would you invite me to your wedding?
Do you see yourself as married? Do you see with kids?
My life is going to be very normal. Kids, married, house, you know, very standard. And I kind of like that. I like that stability. Yeah.
Yeah. What's stopping you from stopping it doing it now?
Me and Lisa said we want to wait till 2022. She needs to get into her job a bit. I want to, you know, still be a guy that sits in his room all day playing games. Because when there's a kid, man, life changes, man. Life fucking changes. I can't play World of Warcraft anymore, you know?
Forever, ever again.
When are we getting to Gorilla Zoo? It's a chimpanzee. He's 5,000 fucking euros, man. I can't pay that just yet. Jesus. You become a godfather of a chimpanzee in the zoo in where I live. And I said I'm going to do that one day, but it's very expensive.
You become a what of a chimpanzee? What?
A godfather, like a sponsor.
Monkey. Oh, right. What do you get for that?
You get nothing. There's a big there's a sign that says our chimpanzee Shaniqua is sponsored by TommyKayLIBE. And I always thought that's funny that people have to see every day. Thousands of people go to the zoo and they see TommyKayLIBE.
And how much is it?
Depends on the animal. Like a koala is 2,500. Chimpanzee is 5,000. I actually know that shit because it's written there how much you have to pay. Let's do one final question that I have for you, just real quick. Can you explain who is leading? I don't understand the political system of the UK. You guys have two parties, I think, that always win. One is the Tories, right?
Yeah.
Who are the Tories?
The official name is the Conservatives. Tories almost like a bit of a slang. Tories was the original name when they first founded the party like 200 years ago. They were officially called the Conservative and Unionist Party.
And that's Boris Johnson, right?
Correct, yeah. And then the other party is the Labour Party, which was founded on trade unionists.
So if I'm a bit more liberal, open-minded, I do the... Sorry, what was the name? The...
Labour Party.
Labour, and if I'm a bit more conservative and stuff, I go for the Tories.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And right now the Tories are leading the country.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And there's also kind of a middle party, the Liberal Democrats, which kind of appeases the Socialists, the Liberals, and the Conservatives, which kind of falls somewhere in the centre. But the last two elections, they've absolutely flopped. But before that, they were doing really well. And it was a really cool three-party system. It felt like an election, you were actually getting a choice between three different parties, and it felt really good. Because everyone complains of elections, you don't get a choice. But, oh, here we go, choices now. And then all of a sudden, one party crashes, and we're back to a two-party system again, which is kind of sad.
Okay, the two-party system, yeah, always works well.
Yeah, I'll be honest, the UK system is kind of weird because I know with the presidential system, it's actually, you know what? I actually don't even know how your system actually works. To be honest with you, in the UK, it's like 100 different elections for MPs, and you vote for your local MP. You're not actually voting for a prime minister. It's a bit of a different system.
Dave, thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm FeedBackGaming. You can follow me on YouTube. Also, my second channel, which you'll see all my creative influences and whatnot. And who are you, Tommy?
I'm TommyKay, and you know who I am. I love you, dude. And stay healthy,
I love you too.
Stay healthy.
I will too. Bye-bye, chat.
I hope I can come to your wedding. Bye.